Hey, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 6 tools that I would use if I had to start my business again from scratch. And I'm actually going to give you a 7th as well, just as a bonus, but I'll explain why on that one. Now, when you're going into business, so you're working a job, time is naturally short because you're working long hours or you're on shifts. And the other thing that's often working against you is you don't have loads and loads of capital, like hundreds and thousands of pounds, to then start thinking about getting staff, getting fancy systems in place. And I want you to know that from wherever you are, the way that the world has come now, there is so much tech, there is so much software out there to support you, to help you start your first business and make things a lot more seamless for you. Now, the first one that I'm going to start with is the big talk of the town over these last couple of years, which is ChatGPT, AI. Now, I know there are other things. There are other ones like Claude. I think there's other software that do similar thing. But ChatGPT, for me, is the one that I use the most. And even if you're just at the stage where you're stuck for ideas, even if you're at a stage where you've got an idea but you don't know how to take it to the marketplace and you just want some feedback, ChatGPT is going to be a wonderful tool just to help you act as that additional help, that additional support. I use it to help me as a VA support. I use it to help me with marketing support, sales support, systems and processes support. It's absolutely incredible what it can do. In fact, the other day, I needed to create a contract. I needed to create an agreement, and it spat it out in a few minutes. And that would have taken me 3 days to do because I would have had no idea what I was doing. And then obviously, like with all these things, like you go through and you sense check and you make sure that it's right and you make sure that it's what you want. But the amount of time that it saves you for a fraction of the cost in employing staff. You could get free ChatGPT, that's fine, or you get the paid version, which is like $25 or $20 at this time. I know most people are going to spend that on a Starbucks coffee every week. You're going to waste that on takeaways anyway. So just see where you're spending your money right now and what is a priority for you. So ChatGPT, I think, is phenomenal. If you're not using it, it is time to get ahead because otherwise you're going to get left behind. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I just want you to realize that times are changing, things are accelerating, and the people in the future who are the most successful and creating the freedom and the life they want are the ones who are going to be willing to learn how to use these tools. If you're just saying, no, I'm not willing to learn, it's too frustrating for me, I don't understand it, I don't like AI. If you're that person, then you're going to get left behind. That's naturally what's going to happen. And I obviously don't want that for you. You can just use ChatGPT in a very simple way and still get a lot out of it. And as you progress, as you learn more, then you could advance it. So first thing, ChatGPT, go and sign up to that now because you're going to need that. The second thing is simply Zoom. Zoom for video calls. So if you're doing calls with clients, you're doing meetings or doing appointments, Zoom is fantastic because it allows you to connect with the person rather than doing things over the phone. When you're doing things over the phone, you've only got a couple of modalities to work from. So what I mean by that is you're only going to be you're only going to hear the tone of the person's voice and the words they say. In the grand scheme of communication, that is actually a fraction of the communication. What you see is somebody's posture, body language, facial features, facial movements. That encompasses so much of our communication. So if you can do your appointments, if you can do meetings with clients, if you can do sales calls using Zoom, it's going to help you so much. And yes, it's going to be a little bit scary seeing yourself on screen. But I think with COVID and the way the world's gone, most people are on video calls now anyway. Obviously, you can use something like Google Meet. I personally, this is my experience, I just love using Zoom. It's so helpful for me. Just the way that it records stuff and you can upload it, it's perfect. You share screen, for instance, as well. All these things are great. So that's the second thing. Next of all is a tool called Calendly. Now, something that's going to take a lot of your time is sending out links to people to book a call, and you're arranging your diary to meet up with their diary. Let's say you've got 6 p.m. free on an evening and you want to meet with a potential client, but they're not free at 6 p.m. So you're just going backwards and forwards in texts or emails, talking to each other, trying to set a time. And the reason why I like Calendly is because it automates all that. So you can connect your calendar, and I think at this time it's like $10 a month. which is nothing at the end of the day. And you can connect your calendar, you can send the person a link, it shows your available times, and then they can just book in from there. Now you can obviously pay for more and you can get more features, but at a very basic level, just to automate that process. And you're tight on time working a job, you want to save as much time as possible. So you don't want to be, going backwards and forwards trying to arrange a time for somebody to speak. And then the other tool that I'm using all the time is something called Mailchimp. Now this is a CRM system, which is a customer relationship management system. So what I do is I have a list of people that have at some point they've put their hands up and they wanted to I've given like free training on how to find the right business idea, or I've given a roadmap on how to start a business and what steps to follow. I'll put those in the description so you got those as well. But what happens is when people sign up to my list, I don't want to send individual emails to every single person because that is going to take me an eternity. So a CRM system allows you to manage the relationships of your customers, right? As simple as that sounds. So what I can set up an email, I can address it to the individual person. It will do that automatically. And then it will send out a bulk email and personalize it to every single person on that list. Right? And so I can keep nurturing people, I can keep adding value, I can keep letting people know about my stuff, I can keep helping people, and you can do it all from just writing one email and clicking on a few buttons, and that's it, rather than sending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails. Like, you don't need to do that. So Mailchimp, there's a free version. You can also set up what's called a landing page, an opt-in page. So let's say something, you've got a gift, you've got what's called a lead magnet, something that you want to give away for free to attract people in, but you want to give some value. You set up an opt-in page. It's a place that they will land on and they'll put in their name, their email, maybe you ask for a phone number as well. But they put in their details and then it will automatically send them whatever that lead magnet is. And it's a great way for somebody to get more value from you without making any big decisions yet. They might not trust you fully yet. And that's what I understand. That's how people operate. So I'm happy to send out the free gift and the lead magnet. And then I'm happy just to send them weekly emails so they can just learn about me, but importantly, to get more value and see that I can help them. And then if they want to go to the next step, that option is there. But an opt-in page allows you to gather those details up front. And it's all very user-friendly. You can do it very, very simply. Now, I want to just add to this. So something that's come out in the last few years is something called GoHighLevel. And it is a fantastic piece of kit. I mean, everything that I've talked about so far, it's included. Now, there's a monthly cost, which at this moment is like $97, which is about £75. I wouldn't say jump into this if you're starting a business, but just recognize that there are powerful tools like that for a small cost, and you get everything pretty much included anyway. And it's just a central place to run the infrastructure of your business from. So there's a price to that, but I just want to tell you it's there because I've used it. I've seen it being used in businesses. It's absolutely fantastic, the impact that it has. But there's a lot of tech set up that comes with that as well. So if you're not feeling too techy, that is a jump in the deep ocean. But they have lots of support as well that you're buying into as well, so you can get all the help. The other thing is, next tool to use is Stripe payments. Now, when I first started, I set up an event and I wanted to make an offer at this event for people to do coaching. And I was panicking because I had no idea how I was going to take any payments from people. I could make the offer and I could talk about coaching that I do, but I had no idea what method I was going to use to take payments. And that's when my friend shared with me that actually you can use Stripe payments. So you sign up to it. All it is it's a payment processor. So you will put in people's details. Let's say you've given somebody an offer. You've talked about your services and what you want to do and how you're going to help them. And you've told them your price, £1,000, £500, whatever it is. And then what happens with Stripe, you just put in their details, you put in their card details, and then you can just charge it. Now, if they don't want to do that over Zoom with you, that's fine. You can send them payment links and they do them themselves, but you don't have to pay for anything up front. Stripe is going to charge you a very small percentage, like maybe 2 or 3% of the transaction. So Stripe gets paid when you get paid, right? Because a lot of people end up paying for stuff up front, and then if they're not making sales, then they're like, what's the point in paying for this stuff? But Stripe will take the payment for themselves when you get. So you win first and then they'll get paid, which is the way that you want it when you're starting a business and you're bootstrapping and you're being controlled on your finances. Another tool is Loom, not Zoom, Loom. You'll notice for some reason they have a lot of these softwares have very weird names. I think it's just to grab attention. But this is Loom. Now Loom is, again, it's a video recorder, but you can record your screen. And so it's great for teaching stuff to people. If you've got a client and you're trying to show them how to do something, you can just press record. It will record your screen, and then you can just send the link over to them of the recording. And it all happens so quickly. It's so automated. It can do transcripts as well of what was said. It helps massively. And it's a wonderful tool for just sharing about what you do, sharing your business, maybe sending personalized messages to people. Again, I think there's a free version, which has its limits, but there's a very low cost paid version as well. Now that brings me on, so far we've got 6. We've got ChatGPT, we've got Zoom, Calendly, Mailchimp. I did say GoHighLevel as well. We got Stripe, we got Loom. And the other thing the reason this is a bonus in the 7th is because I'm testing it myself at the moment. So I'm not all in with it yet. I'm seeing how it performs, but that's ManyChat. So I do a lot on Instagram, and ManyChat is fantastic. Again, if people comment and they want the lead magnet that I offer, if they want the free training to finding a business idea, or if they want the roadmap to starting a business, let's say I'm asleep, right? And somebody comments on one of my videos saying, yes, I want the book, or I want the lead magnet. They're not going to hear from me until when I wake up in the morning and next day. By that time, they've probably lost interest. People want stuff fast. People want stuff on demand. So what happens is I'm sleeping or as I'm away or meetings, ManyChat, as soon as they've commented with a specific word or a specific sentence, ManyChat will then automatically send them the link that they need. And it will send it direct to their messages, which is perfect. So as you're sleeping, that person's still receiving. This is what I mean. In your business, when you're starting, you want to automate as much as you can. And there is so much software out there now. There is so much tech out there, which is so user-friendly for you to use. It's so easy for you to use as well. And you can use this to accelerate your business. Last thing you want to do when you start that business is getting bogged down in manual processes that can be automated, because you are going to lose so much time in that. And your time is so valuable to work on the marketing, the sales of your business, so that you can attract new clients, you can nurture them and do the great work that you do. Because I know if you're watching this, you're somebody that wants to help people, you want to serve them, and you can use these tools to support you, so you have the time to keep doing your best work. So they're the tools that I'd use if I'm starting from scratch. If you like that, just let me know in the comment. If you're using any of these tools already, let me know in the comments. But of course, go and check them out for yourself. Go try them out. Most of them have free trial periods, so go try them out, see them for yourself, right? And you don't have to make any big commitments.